Om Shanti, Divine Shanti. We'll start this Murli. So this Murli, Baba says the title, the family of God is the most elevated family of all. So Baba said this Murli on 14th December 1983. So the family of God is the most elevated family of all. So it's a two parts of the Murli. So we'll begin the first part. So today, Bhaktada was saying is elevated Brahmin family. The Brahmin family is the highest family. Okay, so Brahmin family is the highest family. Do all of you know this very well? Bhaktada has first of all brought you into the loving relationship of a family. Right? We all know about the godly family, right? The Brahmin Parivar. So that's the highest family. And each one of us in a different culture, different practice, right? It could be different religion also. But Baba put everyone from different corner and then created a family. And Baba says this is the highest family. Do all of you know this very well? Baba Dada has first of all brought you into the loving relationship of a family. Baba hasn't just given you knowledge that you are an elevated soul, but the knowledge that you, an elevated soul, are a child. He brought you into the relationship of father and child, and because of coming into this relationship, the pure relationship of brothers and sisters was forged amongst you. Right? Because now we are in a relationship and we are in a family, so we our the parivar, right? The relation that we have there is brothers and sisters. So we have our Shiv Baba, we have Brahma Baba, who's our Alaukik father, and Shiv Baba, Paralaukik father. What does it become where there is the relationship of Bap Dada and brothers and sisters, God's family? Did you ever even dream about such a fortune that you would become in here in God's family in a corporeal form and claim a right to the inheritance? Hmm? Seriously, we never, I mean, from my point, I did not even think that we will be part of a godly family. I did not even had this thought in my dream also. This all happened in a magical, fashion. To become and here is the most elevated fortune of all. Did you ever think that the Father himself would come and adopt a corporeal form just like you children and give you the experience of father and child and all relationships? You never even thought that you would receive sustenance from God in the corporeal form. Hmm? You never even thought that you would receive sustenance from God in the corporeal form, right? However, you are experiencing this now, are you not? You attained the fortune to experience all of this when you became part of God's family. So you became the children who have the right to such an elevated family. You are being sustained by such pure sustenance. Look how you are swinging in the swing of subtle attainment. You are experiencing all of this, are you not? Your family has changed, right? Your family has changed. The age has changed. Your religion and actions have changed because the age has changed. Because the age has changed. You have come away from the world of sorrow into the world of happiness, right? Yeah, I'm sure each one of you must be feeling that the moment you became part of the godly family, right? So our age is changed. Now we are no longer in Kali, we are in Sankamyug, right? Your religion and action have changed, right? Because the age has changed. You have come away from the world of sorrow into the world of happiness. From being ordinary souls, you have become the most elevated beings. You lived in the dirt for 63 births, and now from dirt you have become lotuses. To come into God's family means to make your line of fortune elevated for birth after birth. This is God's family, Parivar. This is God's family. Parivar means to go beyond, par, any attack. Acha, war. So Baba is trying to explain this word parivar. Pari means par. The first line par, that is to go beyond, and var means attack, right? There can be, so this means go beyond any war or any attack. There can never be an attack on God's children. When you belong to God's family, your treasure store of all attainments become full for all time. You become such master, almighty authorities that even nature will become the servant of you children of God and serve you. Nature will consider you who belongs to God's family to be elevated and will fan you for birth after birth. Elevated souls are fanned as a welcome or as a sign of regard for them. Nature will give you regard all the time. Even today, all souls have love for God's family. Even today, people continue to give praise and perform worship on the basis of that love. Even today, people listen to and relate the Bhagavad, the scripture of the memorial of the divine activities of God's family with love. Right? We know Bhagavad is one scripture where Bhagavad Saptah, it's for 7 days in most of the temples, especially in Krishna's temple, we'll see, and there is in a festival, they read it, right? So this is all the memorial of that. This family, right? About this time. The scripture, right? Even Baba says, even today people listen to and relate the Bhagavad, the scripture of the memorial of the divine activities of God's family with love. People listen to and speak about the Gita, which is the memorial of the study. The teacher is the teacher of this godly family and the godly student life with so much purity and in the right way. People listen to and speak about the Gita, which is the memorial of the study, right, that we are studying now, right, the Murlis. The teacher of this godly family and the godly student life with so much purity and in the right way. The memorial of God's family is also celebrated and worshipped in the form of the sun, moon, and the lucky stars in the sky. Right? Sun, moon, and the lucky stars. Sun is Shiva Baba, moon is Brahma Baba, and we children are the lucky stars in the sky. Those who belong to God's family become seated on the Father's heart throne. Those who belong to the God's family, Baba says, they become seated on the Father's heart throne. No one except those who belong to God's family can attain such a throne. Yeah, only those who belong to the family can attain all this. No one. No one except those who belong to God's family can attain such a throne. This is the speciality of God's family. Yeah, this is the speciality of God's family. However, many children, there are, all of them become seated on the throne. Um, in no other royal family do all the children claim the throne. In no other royal family do all the children claim the throne, right? Baba says, not everybody in the royal family will claim the throne, but here Baba says that everybody are, will claim. However, all of God's children have a right throughout the whole cycle. Have you ever seen such a big and elevated throne on which all are able to be seated? Yeah, throughout the whole cycle, right? I mean, we don't see that, right? And everybody is seated on the elevated throne. God's family is such that everyone claims a right to self-sovereignty. He makes you into kings as soon as you take birth. Baptida gives all of you children the tilak of self-sovereignty. As soon as you take birth in this family, Baptida gives you the tilak of self-sovereignty. He doesn't give all of you the tilak of becoming subjects, but the tilak of becoming a king. Praise is also sung of the tilak of the kingdom. The day of receiving the tilak of the kingdom is especially celebrated. Have all of you celebrated your day of receiving the tilak of the kingdom, or have you yet to celebrate it? You have celebrated it, have you not? A tilak is a sign of happiness, a sign of fortune, and a sign of serious problem having been removed. Baba says that tilak is a sign of happiness, fortune, and a sign of serious problem having been removed. That means no problems, no worries. When someone is going away to do some special task, his family members send him on his way after applying a tilak so that the task is successfully accomplished, right? We we see when somebody is going out, even for a job or any purpose, right? So the mm, the elders, right, especially mothers, will put a tilak on the forehead, right? So that means applying a tilak, um, right, just to have a good wishes to accomplish the task that is going for. Right, so here also Baba says, um, members sent him, right, on his way after applying it, like, so that the task is successfully accomplished. All of you have already applied the tilak, have you not? Right, we all have applied the tilak of awareness, right? You have become those who have the tilak, the throne, and the crown of world benefit, have you not? The tilak of throne, um, throne and crown of the world benefit. Right. The future reward of the crown and tilak is the result of the attainment of this birth. The future reward is based on the attainment of now, this birth. Right now, the time for special attainment and to attain the mine of all attainments now is the time. This is the special time to attain everything. This is the mine. Papa says, attain the mine of all attainments. If you don't receive this now, you won't receive the future reward. The praise, yeah, so that's the condition. If you don't receive it now, then you won't receive it in the future. So the praise of this life is that the children of the bestover, the children of the bestover blessing, lack nothing. In the future, there will be at least one thing lacking. You won't have a meeting with the Father, will you? So to be in God's family is to have a life of all attainments. You have reached such a family, have you not? You do believe you do believe yourself to be part of such an elevated family, do you not? If you were to praise this life, many nights and days would go by. Papa says if you were to praise this life, right, then many nights and days will go by. Look how the devotees spend so many days and nights just singing songs of praise. They are singing them even now. So, do you have such intoxication and happiness all the time? Do you always remember the riddle, who am I? Hmm? You are not caught up in the cycle of remembering and forgetting, are you? You have become free from this cycle, have you not? To become a spinner of the discus of self realization means to become free from the spinning of many limited things. Yeah, that's a interesting line. To become a spinner of the discus of self-realization means to become free from the spinning of many limited things. You have become like this, have you not? All of you are spinners of the discus of self-realization, are you not? You are masters, are you not? A master knows everything. Every day at Amrita Vela, keep in your awareness, who am I? And you will always be powerful. Acha. Bhaktada is seeing the unlimited family, the unlimited father is giving the unlimited family unlimited love and remembrance. To those who constantly maintain the intoxication of the elevated family and who knows the importance of God's family and thereby become great, to those who attain the treasure store of all attainments and the elevated fortune of the kingdom, to God's jewels, love, remembrance, and namaste. Remembrance and namaste. So, in the next section, Baba is meeting the Guyana. I think we'll read this in the second part. We'll, we'll stop here. We'll take a minute to remember Baba. And then we'll come back and share our takeaways. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, Baba said beautiful things about the family of God, which is the most elevated family of all. And this family is only there at this time, confluence age, right? And each one of the members in the family are so elevated. They are, self-sovereign, and they all have a right. And very beautifully, Papa said, Parivar. Pari means far, beyond. Var means any attack. So there is no, war or any sort of attack in this parivar, right? So anybody would like to share their takeaway, the point that touched your heart, the point you would like to practice for the day? Mm. Uh, Baba said this Bhagavad, right? Bhagavad is actually the remembrance of this family, God and the children, right? They lived together, that too at this time. And this is the scripture that is related on the path of devotion, right? That is 7 days saptaha in so many places. So we need to have that intoxication that it is the time is now, the confluence age, the time that we spent in Baba's remembrance in this activity, right, is all becoming great memorials on the path of devotion, right?
Om Shanti Bijit Bhai.
Yeah, Om Shanti Krishan, go ahead.
I don't know, whenever the word family comes, see, I have always told, I have been, when I was young, even though I was into so many of these philosophies and all, I was very, very close to the convent, the Christian principles. So there I remember they always, there, I don't remember the wordings now, but I remember there also they used to say God's family, that we are a part of a family born again. We are a part of a family where love is no end. And there also it was believed that God, that is Jesus, came down and made us his own. And we all family are going to come together and we'll go together in heaven and stay as a family together. I remember this concept of God's family, or such, or God's love. All this from the when I was close to Christianity. Then I also saw so many of these spiritual movements. The one which I've heard is, I don't know if you have heard, they call it as the Swadhyay Parivar. There also it was called as Swadhyay Parivar, where the one who is like, of course, here it's Brahma Baba, but in our family, Brahma Baba is not the head, it's somebody else incorporeal. But there it was, I can't remember that person's name now. So he was the one under whom he got the principles from God, and together they had a family. So that way I came across, whenever you followed any philosophy, the Sai Parivar, if you were Shiv Baba, or Chinya Parivar, which we used to call as Balaviyar, or so everywhere there was this concept of family being together. But there we had to be close to that one who founded it. But see over here, and that we have been following for 63 births. We have been changing, and see the families kept changing. There are so many families, so many institutions and all. So never did I know that there would be a different kind of family in the end, just these 100 years, before we all go into Satyug. So this concept of family of God, where and it's the outside people will never understand the concept of Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba, Brahma Ma, Jagadamba, Dadi, Didi, Behni. It's very difficult, I think, they would to understand these relationships. But this is the unique form. And what I like is, whenever this word family comes, like I'm taking a birth. So see, the soul is taking a birth in the womb. In which womb is the soul taking a birth? And no sooner I take a birth, what is that family which is given? Otherwise, a soul, when it takes birth in a womb, there is a particular mother, father, and that's the nucleus family. But here it's a different family. And you get a father, you get a mother, you get a brother, you get a sister, and all only brother, sisters. But in other families, we have maternal uncles, paternal uncles. Here, nothing. Baba just says, this is the family. Why? Because the one who gave birth, not the Brahma, the Shiv Baba, is incorporeal. So, whenever this family comes, I always sing the song to Baba. जाने क्या देखा मुझे कि मुझे इतना प्यार दिया उठा के मुझे अपनी बाहों में रख दिया. So this it's a very unique family. From after that 63 births, there's one birth, there's one pure birth, and one so whether it is achievements, whether it is treasures, whether it is blessings. And Baba says, everyone will go back naked, but you will not. You will go with your hands full. So that is the achievement or attainment, I think we should think about. And he has taken the whole Murli over here, whether he's speaking about the Bhagavad, whether to know the praise, whether he's speaking about the Gita, to know about teacher, whether he's speaking about the throne, takht and all. I think Baba has probably only covered this. He's not covered one thing, love. That love which binds, like family always we say, father and mother, I love you. So that love in the family, I think we should be proud. That is why Baba always says, one thing which we are, faith which we lose. There are 4 kinds of faith. We have faith in self, we have faith in Rama, we have faith in Baba, but the faith in family, Baba says, we are not full pass. So much more one could really add. Even to be honest with myself, am I really the love which I have for the father, do I have for the family? And when I mean family, I mean the whole world family, not just Bharat. Everyone who has taken birth away. It's a wonderful concept, I think, of God's family, Ishwariya Parivar. Thank you, Baba, for really finding me and making me part of this family tree. And then, of course, we are not going to stay together even over there. We'll stay together only in that place, what Paramdam. It's so unique, to understand this knowledge. More and more can be said. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Om Shanti.
Yeah, thank you, Kirchaben, for giving that wonderful explanation. Very nice. Yeah, very well said. So everywhere there is that concept, like you rightly said, this family concept, but here it is little different. Yeah. So we all, each one of us feel that we all are special children of Baba. विश्व एक परिवार है. So so once we take birth, yeah, right, then we get the blessing from Baba to become the sovereign, and then in future we'll get the reward of being king, right? We'll be part of the royal family. So much of attainments, like you said, we don't go empty-handed like others. Really make our intellect will make full, will go with full hands, right? So
Remember in that Sakar Murli the other day, Baba spoke about insurance.
Yeah,
Baba spoke
right.
about there. Even I remember Baba's said, funny. I don't know what premium I'm paying in this over here. That 20 years, see if and in this insurance only I don't get anything. My family gets. I die and I go. But this insurance, which in this family we get for 23 births, so much more. Really, I was just thinking about that. Ocean.
Yeah, right. And once you belong to this family, then you are beyond all the problems that you are, surrounded in this Kalyug world, right? You can stay above all the problems because you get so much of power, you get good love, sustenance, everything, right? You feel so lucky to be part of this family, winning family, God's family. So, yeah, very good, interesting. Radhamani sister says God's family, sun, Shiv Baba, moon, Brahma Baba, lucky stars with children. We live in dirt for 63 birth and now became lotuses. Yeah, yeah, absolutely right. Yes, correct. So each one of us have our own part to play in this unlimited drama, right? And Baba being the sun, giving us all the instruction, guidance, and all the power. And then we have Brahma Baba, who's our mother, the moon, waiting, showing us the direction, how uh, we have to follow or we have to become like Babsaman. Right? We have an example here. And of course, the sustenance from Brahma Baba to the Dadis and from Dadis to Didis and from Didis to all the sisters and from sisters, you know, all the whole Brahmin Parivar is being sustained. It's a big chain. Now you see the God family has grown to that big, right? It was a very small family once upon a time, and now the family has grown to that extent. Now I think it is there in 147 countries in the whole world. So wherever we go, we have whichever country we go, we have our family there, right? We can go to our house and mingle with the family, right? So that rights, I think, the only children the Brahmins have now.
But Bijit Pai, there is one thing over here in this family. We never recognize each other through our bodies. See, in any other, so I used to, when that came, no, I remember asking, I asked, will you believe or not? I asked Adi Prakashmani once. So that means we cannot hug each other, that spiritual kind of thing, because I always felt in a family, if it's, they show that kind of samita, that kind of closeness when you come to a family. The first thing when you do as a family is you put your hand over your siblings, I mean your children, and there's such spiritual luck. Dadi said no. Who said no? So Dadi said, remember when Baba comes down, Padramani hota hai, when these dadis go up, that kind of hug, that kind of love, that is spiritual luck, but that is done in complete purity. So this also I found it as very unique. Even when there is like what we call lagera or in thing and all, there is a kind of a spiritual love, a spiritual thing which connects. But I just wanted to ask a question. Why it is that this faith, this family created by the incorporeal IS, still Baba says there is only 50% faith. My children are not full. We are saying, as you said, we have a family in Africa, in America, in everywhere and all. But let us be honest. Do I have that same 100% faith which I have in myself as a soul, the drama, and Baba? Do I have in the family? Because Baba often keeps repeating in the Murli, you're only 50%. So what is that which otherwise in a real family you see your own brother sister means you'll run and hug and all that. So yeah, this one thing something is missing, I feel, in this faith and family. If suppose we could get some churnings on this.
Yes, sure. Is there anyone who would like to share their thought? Anybody wants to add? So, yeah, Om Shanti.
Brahman family, okay. Brahman family is my strength and helps me stay in knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So Brahmin family is your strength and helps you stay in knowledge. Right?
Yeah. To continue in yoga, jnana, etc.
Right. So that's also a good point because in our family, we may not get the right direction sometimes, right? But here, when we need some sort of a support, we get the direction, right, to move forward, or we get the Srimad, right, to move forward when we are stuck in any sort of a situation or challenge in our life. So we can share it with the instrument teacher, which is also part of our family, right? And we can get the support and help, like you said, that is in a way you're getting strength, right? When you're weak, you feel you're filled with strength. Okay. And also getting the direction. So that is a kind of a help, right? When you are in a dilemma, not sure how to proceed further. So that also is a good help. Yeah. So thank you, sister, for sharing that. Yes. And yeah, so Girija Ben was saying about 50% of faith, right? Baba says only 50% of faith, yes. And when it comes to the faith, Baba says we need to have faith in Baba, we need to have faith in the self, we need to have faith in the drama, and also we need to have faith in the family also. When we have all these faith 100%, right, and we will pass. And if there is anything lacking, then we'll fail. So, so why we some don't feel like that full freedom is see, in the Laukik we feel more comfort, I think, because when you are mingling, some will mingle with their Laukik family from their childhood, so they might feel more comfort to deal with them. But whereas the God family, you have to, some might not have that sort of experience, or let's say somebody's experience so many years of, in the family, God's family, and you are following all the rules, right? All the Srimad, all the principles. Then I guess you might feel that comfort, especially at the Srimad, right? And when you are accurate in what you're doing, I guess we'll get the direction that will make you or give you push forward. When we are lacking any of the faith in any of this, right? Yeah, then we don't really, so that lacking comes, I guess, when we come close to the family, we see that some of them are not following all the Srimad. So we become doubtful, from faithful to doubtful intellect. So there we might not believing or not having the full faith So we have to take it in that way, that in such a way that it's everybody have a role to play in the drama, and then you have to accept the drama as it is and then move forward. So then seeing, so each circumstances that comes in our way is to make our stage perfect and make our stage strong. So with that faith, we have to move forward. So that's the thing that came in my mind. Anybody else have anything to say? Kirjapan, you want to add something more?
Maybe I think it's because we take it as a race. We should take it as a relay. See, there's a difference between a race and a relay. In a race, individually, I just run, not for it, but in a relay, each one of us in that particular team, we have to run equally. Suppose the first person does not run well, then the second one runs better because he knows that they have to win. So maybe if we take this particular thing as a relay and pass on the baton of God's love, maybe. But we take it as a race. We have a lot of these, that the Baba says, no? Sometimes Baba says, race nahi karna, race karo. But I feel this race sometimes in this spiritual thing, it brings a lot of egoism, jealousy, a kind of feeling inferior. So I was just thinking, maybe we should take it that all the people who are within it, it's like a relay that all of us have to equally do if I have to reveal Father and then. So it was just a sudden thing which I was just thinking as you were sharing.
Right. That also possibly one reason, yes. So I think we are, I mean, we can move towards closing the session now, because is there anyone who would like to share, who have not shared yet, any point? Okay. And we'll sit in Baba's remembrance for a minute, and then we'll close the session for today. Yeah. Thank you. Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, you all have a beautiful day. Om Shanti.